Hello, gamers. Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? What's up, Energy Man? What's up, Random King? How you doing? What's up, Rupdat? What's up, ProCliffo? How's everyone? How's it all going? Whew. Lord Zemnis, Stig, what's going on? Stig, I was thinking of you this weekend because I was at like a craft fair thing, and somebody was selling coasters. And there was in sets of 4, and each coaster was like a different picture but along the same theme, and there was a set of coasters that was 4 different pugs. And so that's why I thought of Stig. Yo, what up, Ben? Tim Ben, how you doing? Alright, so today we're going to be going for a perfect Deoxys. I also have new glasses. This is just a fun thing. I have 2 pairs as well. So these are my computer glasses. My wife suggested that I get just reading distance glasses, and then these are my like daily glasses that I can wear everywhere. So my eyes are less strained. They're not focusing on everything. Fun new glasses. I'm very excited. And my glasses I take outside have a bunch of good stuff. Yeah. They don't do the yellow thing. I don't want the yellow thing. It's kind of pointless, but yeah. All right. So we first have to search for our target. It's a little bit loud, the music for me. Oh, you guys don't hear the music. There you go. You guys will hear the music now. Okay. Yeah, I'll be using Birth Island. So we're using 10 lines. We're going to be using the 10 lines to find all this stuff. We're going to do searcher, and we're going to do fire red English. Does trainer ID, secret ID doesn't matter. Is events Deoxys or is legend? Okay, we got to refresh. Sometimes it breaks still. That's Deoxys attack. I did not go to Worlds. I made a team for someone who was in the World Championship. Don't care about that. All right. So we're going to be going for Deoxys attack. What's up, Pokerus? How you doing? Oh, excuse me. I think I'll be going for an adamant Deoxys. Oh, Lincoln put hidden power in here? I don't think that was there before. I think we're gonna want... Do we want everything? I think we don't care about special attack. What's up, Major Reverie? How you doing? Alright, that should be all I need. A couple of options. Oh. Let's peep them in initial seed. We're doing Teachy TV mode. Minimum outside TV. I forget how I set this up for Lincoln's tool. Do like 2,500 or something like that? I don't remember. I feel like I don't spend that much time out of the TV. I want it to be like 2,000. Teach TV message. This is what we want. We do something like this. Oh, I see. He changed how it is. Alright. That didn't work out, so we'll go to the next one. I remind you of pirate software. It's kind of a mean thing to say, no? I don't want to do any of the blackout buttons. I don't want to do an L button either. Let's keep going. That's exactly something Pirate Software would say. I don't think that's true. Held startup. Held none button start. Alright, this one's it. We'll be, oh no, this is only 308 TV frames. I don't think that's doable. Okay. I don't want to do blackout. No blackout. Oh, looks like we're gonna have to do a held button. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I overclocked in my... Well, I purchased... Like, you just purchase a thing that lets you do it. That you have to solder to it. So, like, I didn't do it myself. Like, I installed the chip myself, but I didn't make the chip or something like that. 648. I mean, is that doable? No. Oh, it's advances though. 648 is totally doable. What about 295? It's really low, isn't it? That's 5 seconds. The seed timer's pretty long. I forgot these were in frames, not milliseconds. Now I should go back to the other seed. Dang it. Don't worry, we're picking out our target. We'll figure it out. This is what we're looking at. This is still also a long seed timer. I don't know if there's any better options, honestly. These are all kind of bad. Go for a Jolly Deoxys. 58's too low. Can't do it. I'm looking for none, because I don't want to have to hold any buttons. I want to be truly lazy. None. 6,800 millisecond. Alright. They all stink. So we'll go with this one. SRAM import expert. You made the chip. I forget where I made the chip, or I purchased the chip from, but I don't even know who made it. To be honest with you, I don't even, like, remember. I have to look up where I purchased it. Blisy reminds you of Pirate Software because they've got a lowish voice and some vocal fry. My voice is pretty deep. I think I've only got a little bit of vocal fry going on today because I haven't talked at all. I remember in, you know, when I was younger, people would be like, oh, you have a radio voice. And I was like, what does that mean? They're like, oh, it's like a smooth voice, you know? And I was like, oh, okay, I guess. All right. I think we're pretty much ready to go. We have a Deoxys. The one thing is I need to make it shiny. So I'm going for this PID shiny. So we have to go to the glitch thing. What's this website? It's eShark's generator. Yes, GBA. It's GB. It's actually not GBA Accelerator, not to be pedantic, but it's it's GB Accelerator. It's by Division 6. That's correct. Blissy's using the Howard Stern microphone. I hate Howard Stern. I'm not. I don't think I have. I don't even know what settings I have on my microphone. I tried to make it sound nice, but like that's it. Okay, I don't remember if this set file has like grab A's. Do I have the yes, I do. Oh, thank gosh. I mean, I have like basic filters on my microphone, but like nothing crazy. I have a noise gate, an equalizer, and a compressor, and I like just followed a YouTube guide basically. Actually, is this a compressor? I think it is. I don't know what this is. I literally just followed a video guide on how to make a USB microphone not sound dog shit. That's pretty much all I did. Which one's move ace and which one's grab ace? Gosh dang it. Grab ace. Okay, grab ace is this. Okay, this is this one. Alright, let me go to Pokefinder. Like Doobie sounding crispy. It sounds better. The way I have my microphone, it is set up to be a certain distance from me, I think. So it sounds way better. It sounds better the closer I am to it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I do have a pretty deep voice, but it's not like, I don't think my voice is like crazy deep or anything. I'm certainly not trying to do like Pirates software and artificially deepen my voice. Or like other people. Like I know there's like a lot of people who do that. A lot of streamers do that. But I don't have like a super good mic. Like I just have a USB mic, which is fine. I don't need anything better really, but I don't want it to, I just like don't want it to sound like dog shit. So there's just a YouTube video I followed that was like how to make your USB mic not sound like dog shit, and it pretty much worked. And I always have to change it too, because then I become unhappy with the way it sounds. Sorry, I'm checking on. I have like a cut. Just checking on it. I've done that before. It's a little sad because I kind of liked his shorts before all that stuff happened. I found it was like the positivity was interesting, like the, you know, just make a game or just do the thing. So before everything happened, I didn't like watch his streams ever or anything, but I enjoyed his shorts just because they were like so positivity focused in an environment that I find is usually not. Sorry. That's all right. No person is perfect. Thanks, Flash. Appreciate you. The paint thing is crazy. I do think he was onto something with the paint thing, where people just pay attention better if you draw little pictures for them while you're explaining it. It can be like, I don't know the word I'm trying to think of. It's like condescending almost, like, you know, you think this person isn't gonna listen or whatever the heck. So obviously that's like, you can get condescending vibes from that. Especially if it's like the reason you're drawing is because you think that people aren't gonna, like if the reason that you're doing that is because you think that people aren't gonna listen, it's like, okay, well, come on, really? That's the reason you're doing it? Yeah, patronizing. No, I think, well, I don't know. I'm either getting like, I think I'm getting like trolled by 7R 2019. Either they're just like trying to be funny or whatever, or something like that, or they're just like actually trying to troll me. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to change my trainer ID and my secret ID using arbitrary code execution. You can see it's 524. And I'm going to change it to something that will make the Deoxys that I'm targeting shiny. And that's just because Fire and Leaf Green, Trainer ID, Secret ID, RNG, super annoying, not a ton of data. People have done it. I forget which one I'm doing. I forget which way you swap it. I don't do this often. People have done it. It's definitely doable. I just don't plan on doing it anytime in the future. So I think it's pick up the non-glitchmon and swap with the glitchmon then. Oops, wrong thing. My gosh, I can't. Yeah, there we go. Okay, my trainer ID has changed. Perfecto. Alright, let's put the Lugia away. This is a Lugia I RNG last time, if you remember, which is pretty cool. Okay. How long have I been a shiny manip enthusiast? To be honest, I've always, I think I've been pretty clear about this the whole time. Oh, I should do a poll. I've been pretty clear about this the whole time. I have never been a huge shiny person. Like, obviously shinies are cool. Like, it was something that was like exciting to have happen. Like, shiny hunters like to hunt for a specific target Pokemon, right? Like, that's what they enjoy doing. For me, shinies were never something that I never wanted to like aim for, but I thought that they were most exciting when they happen to you randomly and you're not hunting. Like, if you're just casually playing the game and you stumble upon a shiny while you're just like beating the story mode, that's the most fun way for me to get shinies. I got into RNG manipulation because I wanted to get competitive Pokemon via like breeding and catching without any cheats, basically. I always thought it was cool that there was no cheats involved in RNG manipulation. I'm only now noticing how different the sprite is than the Emerald version one, which is interesting. What? Okay. I have been doing RNG manip since like 2012, I want to say. Huh. Yeah, like around the time Black and White 2 came out is when I got into them. Actually, I think that one's wrong, right? I think the solution to the puzzle is you take the least amount of steps each time. And I think I'm supposed to go like this. That's the problem I have. What? I'll figure it out. You have to go inside on it. Oh, dang it. Oh. There we go. I think that's it. Okay. Oh, do I have a Master Ball with me? Should. Perfecto. All right. So. We are aiming for this milliseconds for our initial seed. And then for advances, we're doing this. And the problem is... we're gonna be like 600 late probably because of Deoxys. We'll see how this goes. And then we're doing this in the TV. I don't know where it's getting this number from. Okay. And then we go into calibration. This will probably have to change. We'll see. Might as well just go for it, right? Oh, I don't know my set. I have to change my settings. All right. The settings are LR and stereo. Was this ever officially released? Yeah. I don't know if it was officially released in Fire Red in English. Deoxys was officially released in every country, I think. But I think in Japan they had Fire Red and Leaf Green, but they didn't have Emerald, and maybe America had all of them. I'm trying to remember. Because I know Cerebi has it says on Cerebi that it was released in Emerald in Japan, and that's not correct. I'm pretty sure. So my button, is it start? I forgot to check. I'm going to be holding start at the title screen. Okay. What's going up, Ayanami? How you doing? You don't mind me asking, can I do the Gen 3 and 4 RNG tutorials on emulators? Yeah, I mean, for Gen 3, if you're doing it on Ruby and Sapphire, the only thing special that you have to do is... Hold on. If you're doing Ruby and Sapphire, the only thing you have to do that is special is find a way to make the dead internal battery screen pop up. Otherwise, they should be pretty followable for both. And then if you're doing Fire Red, if you look over at the 10 lines program, when you're doing Fire Red, you have to pick either Fire Red MGBA 10.5 or Leaf Green MGBA 10.5, and you have to be using that emulator. You have to be using MGBA 10.5 or MGBA, and then Leaf Green and Fire Red, etc. And I think those are only for English. I'm not positive if we have the offsets calculated or we confirm that it works. Whew. There's so many RNG methods, I don't know which one to use. So when you're like looking in to say like, hey, do I want to do RNG manipulation? Hey, am I going to do an RNG manip here, etc. Like for me, the question I would ask is like, what is your purpose when you're going to RNG manip? Like, is your purpose, like, do you just want to get a shiny? Like, do you just want to get a shiny in your favorite game? Then you should just start in that game, right? If you want to get a competitive Pokemon, I would ask, which Pokemon are you getting that you think needs RNG manipulation? Because the true answer is, for the most part, nothing will need RNG manipulation. It can be helpful for certain things. I tend to like doing, probably gonna find me anything. I tend to like doing RNG manipulation anytime I need a 0 IV on a Pokemon from a past generation, but it's not even necessarily faster. Wait, is this really my target seed? Okay, something is wrong. It's showing me the wrong seed. Why is it showing me the wrong seed? What? I clicked this one thing. It's F1C7. That was really weird. I still expect to see nothing. Okay. So what we got to do for the minimum, we have to do like, let's do 10,000. I don't love that. It's gonna take a while. All right, we've found a few. Are these all the same exact? So this is definitely what I hit. The question is, when did I finally press A? And so like, let's reduce this down to, so 0 to 10,000 is obviously too big, right? It's telling me my final A press is supposed to be this, right? This is the one I'm using. So we go like this, and then like, let's just like add 600 to this. We'll go to like 3,000, see if we can find anything. We find 2 results. One where they're each 1 TV advance apart. They could be, these are both technically valid results, right? That's part of the problem. Within the parameters that I provided. Let's shrink the TV. So what is my... So we'll do like 280. I guess 280 to 313 is fine. What? No. Oh, they were low. They were like early. No. Wait, hold on. My brain isn't working good. I was 295. I was like 30 TVs early. Damn. So the question is, which one of these did I hit? The answer is, I don't really know. We could look up Deoxys's delay. I actually think it's this one. I think I probably hit this because... Is that animation of Deoxys walking up only 100 advances? Like, I don't think so, right? But I guess what we could do is we could just do a calibration here. And actually, what we should really do is the seed we should change. I should update my seed. And we'll just try again from the new seed, and then we'll continue. Yeah, 10 lines is insane. Lincoln has done unbelievable work with the 10 lines to make this all happen. Is there a genning program from 3 where I can gen Pokemon, transfer them into games like PK Hex for Gen 3? I mean, you could just... PK Hex works in Gen 3, Geo. What are you talking about? I don't need this Deoxys for anything in specific. I'm just doing a Deoxys RNG minute. I was thinking about, and I don't know how much interest, because the newest video is doing okay, but I don't know how much interest there is. I was interested in building a team of mythicals to see what that's like for the, oh, you know what? I realized I also was really early on my TV, so I'm going to adjust that. For the new mythicals meta that's going on, but I don't know how long that's gonna, like, I don't know, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how much people are interested in that, because it's not like a real, like, how long does Reg J go for? Like, when does that end? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. By the way, gamers, there's 162 of you here, and if you're enjoying the stream, you're enjoying RNG manipulation, please consider hitting the like button. It's free, helps out the stream. Helps me make more RNG manip streams, more team building videos, etc. Reg J is going to the end of the year Pinogram? No, it's not. They're not having like... What? It's till January? Wait, they're not... Are they doing like regionals in it? Wait, are there going to be in-person tournaments with... Wait, are there going to be in-person tournaments with Reg J? No, right? That'd be insane. Wait, so are they just doing... Are they doing regulation? Wait. So you can't even practice Reg H on the official ladder anymore? Wait, that's insane. Isn't that horrible? Reg J is August 31st. Wait, Regulation J hasn't even started yet? I have to, They said that if Champions is going to be in the World Championship, I would expect a January release of Champions. That's what I would expect. Okay, let's investigate where we landed this time. See if we can't find anything. In times like this, I like to screenshot my previous results so I can compare. Alright. So our Deoxys, stop. Windows, stop trying to do that thing. Okay. Alright. We got 77, 118, 18, 108, 26, 104. Alright, I was on seed. I was even later on my advances here. I was pretty much on TV. It's got to be one or the other. I think it can't be this. I think it has to be this. Because this is only like 60 advances late, and that Deoxys animation is pretty long. So I was on everything except this. Update there. Now it is time for bingo. Give me a moment. I have to recopy the setup for this. What am I aiming for on my... I always forget. I'm aiming for 295, so we should only do like plus or minus. We should do like 294 to like 293 to 297. Right? And this should also only be... Wait, did I put that in right? I just realized something. I did. Okay. This seems crazy to make this the minimum. I don't know if Lincoln's thing is doing it right. We'll see. Do like 230. Do like 38 or something like that. Where's the bingo button? Wait, bingo got deleted. Did he remove the feature? Is it and bingo equal true? Okay, give me a second. The seed, sorry, this is gonna take a second to set up because the bingo setup is a little bit F1C7. The bingo setup takes a little bit. I think we don't do TGTV. No, we do no, we can't do TGTV mode. We're aiming for like this amount. We're doing like seed plus minus like 3. And we're doing events Deoxys. I think submit. I'm going back into the thingy to see how you'd turn on bingo. Did they delete the bingo mode? Bingo. Is it because I put capital B? Yay! Okay. We have to now. Seed will do ±3. This is probably too much, but whatever. We're doing events, Deoxys attack. Submit. Bingo. This is the wrong Pokemon. Come on. Yay! Oh, and it's not gonna say shiny because I didn't put my TIDS ID. Hold on. What's my secret ID? We're almost there. We're almost at bingo time, and then we'll continue with the manips. I only wanted to set up the bingo when we were close, you know? And it's Bulbasaur. Oh, and this thing is wrong. Lamau, that's funny. It's actually... Is this advance, actually, when you really think about it. So we'll make this like 3, then we'll make this like... Right. We're getting there. It takes a second to figure it out. Okay, that is a lot of this. Too many Deoxys. We'll go up like that. And we'll go like 4, 8, I guess. All right, this is perfect. This is what we want. All right, here's the bingo board, gamers. Sorry that took so long to set up. I haven't done it in a cool minute. You guys can see the bingo board okay? So I don't think this Deoxys is on the board, but that's fine. We were close. So, here. Yeah, I was on seed. I was quite a bit of advances late. Hoping and then it shows the Deoxys is shiny. What's going on, Joplin? How you doing? Didn't realize that it's fine. I can't get to grips with starter. What do you mean it's fine? What? Are you talking about Lazy Plat? RNG has evolved so much they got an integrated bingo board. That's correct. Yeah, and it counts how many times you've hit a specific advance. So it'll tell you like, oh, I hit it this many, or I hit it this many. Trying to get shiny pokes for you and Coliseum tools are difficult. There's newer ones, yeah. If you join my Discord, you can gain access to the newer tools. The developer has only uploaded them to a Google Drive. And it's Windows only. Yeah, Bruce, it works with anything. Thank you very much, Joss. I appreciate you. Bruce, do you have access to retail tools dev? Well, in any case, all you have to do, I mean, the The bingo board is kind of like in beta. Or I don't know if it's in beta, but it's like the way it works is super weird. All you have to do is add and bingo equal true to the end of the URL. I'll put it in secret voice text because I know you have access to that, right? Do you? Yeah, you do. And bingo equal true. You have to add that to, I just sent it in secret voice text. You just send that. You add that to the end of the URL, but like the way it works is you have to generate it first in the calibration page, and then hit submit, and then refresh the page after you hit submit, and then it'll show up. It's a little weird. It's like a little wonky. That's why it took me a second to even set it up here, but yeah. All right, we got lonely. Okay, 2 potential. My advance range must just be too big because I'm just constantly getting dupe results. This would be 1 seed late, 1 TV early, or 1 seed late, like way final A press later. Well, I'm not aiming for this. That's the thing. I should decrease this to just like... Something. I think I hit this. So we were really close. In fact, that's on the bingo board, I believe. That was this seed. Oh no, because it's a TV. TV frames can't go on the bingo board, basically. That's right. Regular frames go on the bingo board, not TV. You need like a cube. You need like a cube in order to do that. Yeah, you need like a full cube. You would need like a button to like rotate this 1 TV advance or something like that. That's the only way. You just need to read the rules, Mewtwo. I'm not gonna spend the whole time helping you out in here. Is Hariyama's name part of the RNG manip? No, Hariyama's name is its own personality ID, which I was using for a method for Togepi manip. Stop doing this. Stop it. Windows. I'm so mad at Windows right now. Hey, what's up, Infinite Omniverse? I'm not a Kirby's Air Ride fan, so I don't have anything against it. I just literally don't know anything about it. I did not have a GameCube growing up. So I never played Kirby Air Ride, really. The only GameCube game I played growing up very frequently was Super Smash Bros. Melee and Super Monkey Ball 2. I would play, you know, Super Smash Bros. Melee is, that's the GOAT game. What is the hardest game to RNG manip? Interesting question. That answer is like, it's not I mean, you can RNG manip and let's go. It's just not. It's not. You can't do the Pokemon in it really. I don't think. Nature. Okay, so hardest to RNG manip in is an interesting question because not every manip is built the same in every game, if that makes sense, right? For example, I find that Coliseum has some of the most difficult. We have no results, huh? I was hitting the 27s, it looks like. Do I have this set right? I do have my timer set wrong. I did have them as NDS slot 1 wrong for the. I mean, we'll try again. So, Coliseum has some very, very difficult manips, I would say. Some very challenging manips for, you know, various purposes. But there's also a bunch of extremely easy, great for beginner manips in Coliseum, right? Like, you know, Delibird in Coliseum, stuff like that. Like, that's really, really, really easy for... to RNG manip. It's a great beginner thing. But then you have something like Raikou, which is not easy at all. You have something like Hoa, which is not easy at all. If you want to go with like difficulty across the board, consistently hard, I think it's got to be Fire Red and Leaf Green. I don't think Blink is harder than Fire Red. Regular Blink is not that difficult to do. There are still a lot of problems with the Blink manips in Colo in the fact that like how do I put this? Ugh. Like, even if you, like, yes, a Blink manip has multiple frames of leeway. It's not even one... A Blink manip is not even one frame perfect input. But if you are going for a perfect, like, IV shiny, you probably only have one target. You probably only have one 32-bit RNG state, right? Like, that's probably what you have. It's just literally one 32-bit RNG state. And you might have to wait a really, really, really long time. This is so weird. I assume this is what I hit. Let's try again. BOC 3 plus 0 MS. This is not the seed I'm aiming for. Why does it say plus 0 MS? What? Oh. it should, I am early on my seed, by the way. That's 1 seed early. What's up, Ribs Growback? How you doing? I'm doing it in Fire Red because Fire Red RNG is more challenging and fun. I like probably won't even get this today, but I'll do my best. This is a triple frame perfect input. It's not easy. Three frame perfect input is no joke. It is not, evil little guy. Yeah, but I don't want it to be easier. I want it to be hard. Ugh. Why? Challenge is fun. Pushing my reflexes to the brink is fun. Maybe I already caught the Deoxys and Emerald. In addition to that, like I could probably get a Deoxys like this without using TGTV. TGTV has very minimal uses these days because of the amount of seeds. The amount of seeds that exist are so high that there's very low use case for TGTV. I don't know how many seeds are required for TGTV, or like how many good targets need TGTV these days, because you can get most of them from just a regular double frame perfect input. Yeah. I don't think so, Lazy Plat. What do we got here? Next. I was 1 seed late and I hit the exact same thing, so I guess I will adjust if it thinks that I've hit it. Are you gonna RNG manipulation Pokemon to champions? I mean, I will send RNG manip Pokemon into champions, surely, yeah. That is what Hariyama's personality ID is. Yes, lazy RNG, that dude's a thief and he doesn't know what he's talking about. Do not ever watch or talk about his videos. He literally just steals stuff. He steals info, doesn't credit it. Takes open source stuff, instantly closed sources it. Yeah. Doesn't provide credit to any developers. That guy's a jerk. He also like literally doesn't know what he's talking about. I've had to correct multiple people who are like using bad advice from his videos. in my Discord because like he misunderstands basic functionality from Pokefinder because I guess he just didn't bother to learn it properly. I don't really know what his deal is, but alright, it looks like I was on seed 2 TVs early, 1 regular advance late. We'll keep trying. I'm going for adamant. Yeah, Ben, he took all of the seed lists that we farmed and like put them in a fully closed source program for without asking anybody if like this is cool or anything like that. I'm pretty sure it also has other open source apps in closed source. It's really cool. Really cool of him. Yeah, it's really cool. I was not at Worlds, no. I want to go to Worlds next year, though. He also literally... What turned me on to this was... He copied my... he copied my Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum starter RNG guide. Like verbatim, including the paths that I found. And I was like, hey man, you didn't credit me for this. Like, what the fuck? And he would... Okay, I got it already. It was like 30 minutes. It was like an hour. Whoops. Yo, that was a lot faster than I was expecting, to be honest. I didn't even get to use the bingo board. I was only teaching... I got 1 bingo. I got 1 bingo. If you like seeing me bink content like that, consider becoming a channel member. It's only $1.99 a month, and I get paid more than I would if I was on Twitch. Adamant. Adamant, 5 perfect IVs. The only thing that's not perfect is special attack. Let's plug it into 10 lines, show you the IVs. Do it again. I can go for it on check method. I don't think it's even possible to hit alt methods. Oh, it's not. I forgot to change the nature. Yo, welcome to Happy Knee. I appreciate you. Everybody show some Blisy love to Skate Mystery 23. Yep. There you go. Perfect stats across the board, baby. Woo! Possibly. It's hard. It's 3 perfect. It's 3 no, you Bruce, static encounters cannot be other methods in this game. It's not going to be for the donation. It's not going to be doable. The only static encounter in this game that can be other methods is Togepi. It's literally not possible. Wild can hit tons of different methods. Static encounters, there is... Right now, I think there's no provably true instances of people hitting other methods on things that aren't emulator. It could happen on emulator, maybe. I mean, it took me an hour start to finish, but attempts, I probably did like 5 or 6 attempts, right, guys? I didn't do that many attempts. Yo, welcome to Happy Knee, Sean. I appreciate you. I'm only 12 members away from 200 if you guys want to contribute to that. We could try and do it in, I don't know if I have it unlocked in Leaf Green. No, it doesn't mess with anything, Kairos. What now? Great question. Get a Scyther with this spread? I'll look for a while to see if a Pokemon such as Scyther exists. Let's show off Deoxys in battle really quick, and then we'll look around. There's a static Scyther in this game? What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, the fucking game corner. You're totally right. Yeah, why not? Let's go for a Scyther. Yeah, unless you have the Deoxys event unlocked from like 1990, not 19, like if you have the Deoxys event from 2004 and never used it, then yes, but otherwise, yeah, I don't want to affect the EVs, Zarlum. Yeah, Deoxys' offset is pretty high. I will actually just reset the offsets because it's so high. All of these are TGTV manips that I have to... This Togepi can be method 4, Bruce. This is the only method 4 capable Pokemon besides the PCNY eggs that isn't from method box. It's literally impossible to hit method 4 unless you're doing wild. Yeah, we'll go for Scyther. Why not? Have you heard of Zach RNG? Yep. I will never say anything nice about Zach ever again until he bans me from his Discord server. Just know that he is effectively carrying water for a like verbally abusive dickhead named Vlad. Scyther. I don't have any coins, so I gotta do that. It's gonna take forever. They couldn't tell. I guess if I showed it on video, nope, I think it's bad. Actually, what I will say, yes, Bruce. And so aside from actually having, you know, beef because of what is going on with that server, the thing that I do not like about, I like having a web timer because having a mobile timer is good, obviously, and the timer that Zach made is really good. It's a pretty accurate timer in a browser, enables mobile RNG manipulation. What I don't like is having the tools, like, so if you, let's look at this, right? If I go to PokemonRNG.com, right? And I want to do a Ruby Sapphire thing, and I want to learn... Does he have anything for this? I don't know if he does. TID RNG? You know, he has it's an Emerald, right? The Emerald has a guide. So I go here, right? I go to Egg RNG. He has Lazy Hunter's Discord on here, where he steals shit. Very cool, bro. Fucking, what an asshole. So the tools are built in, right? But basically you have to read the entire guide every single time in order to get to the section of the tools that you want to use. Does that make sense? So that's why I do not like this. So that's why I like 10 lines so much, because 10 lines is just an independent web tool that you can just use, right? So if you go to retailrng.com, we just teach you how to use the tools, and you can go to the tools yourself, and so you can reference the guide and have the tool separate, and then once you're done with it, you never need it. What? this does is this is like maximizing revenue for Zach, and apparently for Lazy Hunter, who just wants to steal shit, which is very cool. That's why I bought Pokemon-RNG.com and PokemonRNG.net and redirected it to my website so I could tell them to go fuck themselves. Okay. Anyway. He's just a liar, Ben. Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane that that website's working with them. I did have respect for Zach because Zach himself is a nice person. All my issues are with Vlad and how he just carries water for him and uses it as a vehicle to treat me like garbage ever since day one I've entered the community. Okay. Okay, so Scyther is in principle going to be exactly the same as Deoxys. I shouldn't need to do anything different other than change Deoxys here from Game Corner to Scyther. How did I know that I wanted Scyther? The stuff I have to change should just be in my timers, which I'm gonna just wipe the calibration from this completely. The TGTV calibration, I don't know if I'll need to change. I shouldn't. How'd I get the ticket? I use arbitrary code execution. Okay. And then we should redo this with Scyther, right? We'll go here. We do Game Corner. We do Scyther. Bingo. Refresh. Why isn't the Scyther shiny? Oh, it is. That's just, my god, Scyther shiny just sucks. Okay, well, it's gonna be... Okay. But you can leave events on your game for a really long time, by the way. I've said this before, and like sometimes people don't believe me. But I literally have unclaimed events in not in Fire Red, in Gen 5 and Gen 6 and Gen 7. I have events from like literally 10 and 15 years ago that I never claimed, and are just sitting there. I have the things that I have unclaimed are the things that I have unclaimed in Black and White 2 are like the shiny like Palkia and Dialga or something like that. I think I've never gotten them. I left them and I was like, I'll RNG these another day, and then I never did. And then in X and Y, I don't even know what I have. I'm pretty sure I still have events just fully unclaimed in that game. Do I say, I think yes is when I accept it. Does using Ace to bring events make them legit? I want to RNG stuff for the new regulation. Nintendo could never tell. It's not possible for them. like, what you're doing is you're using glitches to get an item to gain access to the event, right? Like, that's what you're doing. And that's just, it's simply impossible to detect unless you videotape yourself doing it. And that's just the truth of the matter. And even then, I don't technically think glitches are against the rules of VGC. The last time I read the rules, I don't remember them. Oh, it's not 30, it's 25. I don't remember it saying, like, you can't use glitches to get items or something, but I don't know if that's true. Like, that's... Yeah, I don't know if that's true. Okay. Personally, I would expect this to be what I hit. What a weird PID. You guys see this? I would expect this one to be what I hit. So let's go for that. Let's just assume that's what I did. Stop it. Windows. Oh my God, stop. Dude, Windows is pissing me off. Okay. Well, that's the rule about, like, hacking. Well, a lot of the times when I RNG in Gen 3, I'm not sending them up to the most modern games. Like, that's usually not the play. Usually I'm RNG manipping to have the game, like the Pokemon in this game. Most of the time when I do an RNG manip, the goal is this Scyther, this Deoxys, they're going to be for Gen 3, right? Maybe I'll fucking make a Scizor out of this. Like, you know, I mean, I know they're suspecting Baton in Gen 3, but it's stuff like that, right? The big thing is if you're using it, as Wombology said there, if you're using older games to get Pokemon, if you're using older games for Pokemon, most likely the use case is to get a stat lower than what you would want. Or because the Pokemon is not easily resettable in a newer game. I got a lot of flack for this with Cresselia. So when I made Freeze Eye's team in 2023, a lot of people said you didn't have to go to black and white to get Cresselia. You could have reset for one in BDSP. But the problem is, have you ever soft reset for a roamer before? That shit's annoying. Like what are you guys talking about? Like, I don't want to soft reset for a roamer. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Because so if Cresselia is a good Pokemon in the format, right? If Cresselia is a good Pokemon in the format, right now, like obviously it's not, but let's say it is. In my opinion, you cannot reset for it very easily in BDSP, and it's really, really hard in Sword and Shield, and you can't do it in PLA. If you only have BDSP, you could reset for a 0 speed, 0 attack Cresselia there, but again, you have to spawn the roamer, then you have to go out and you have to run find the Cresselia. That's going to be like a 5 or 6 minute reset. You are not going to instantly get Cresselia will not cooperate with you. You could reset for other legends there. If you want to reset for like a Dialga or a Palkia there, that's totally feasible. I'm with you 100%. Absolutely feasible. But it is not quick to reset for Cresselia in that game. It's simply not. It's crazy. The idea that it is like, for me, literally going back to Gen 5, 6, or 7, or even 4 with RNG, it is going to be faster to get Cresselia in that. And I think I proved it. My Cresselia literally only took 30 minutes to get. It was like 32 minutes or something. So yeah, I don't know. No one's made a way to do it, but I'm sure it's possible. On some level. We got serious. I was 2 advances late. Okay. We're getting close. I'll wait until I'm on seed. Thank you very much, Krasimat. I appreciate you. Something becomes unmanipulable in, like, I would say, like, 2 major ways, right? So with crypto secure generation processes, like, we're never, like, I don't know, like, maybe when quantum computers can crack the crypto and we have the ability to know what's going on, then yeah, it'll be done. But a crypto secure chip like the Switch, if they use a crypto secure function to generate the Pokemon, we're not going to be manipulating those anytime soon. So it doesn't matter that the RNG isn't truly random, and it doesn't matter that we can understand the legality of the RNG. We're never going to be able to control it. Now, if you want to look at other things that can make something unmanipulable, it's like, it's going to be something like, yes, technically, we know how the RNG works, and yes, technically, it is controllable, but something causes a problem. So, for example, if there is no way to find an initial seed, so for example, in Pokemon Battle Revolution, we know how that RNG works. The question is there something that you can do to find your initial seed in that game? Is that possible? And if that's not possible, I would call it impossible. But other people would say it's EMU RNG only. Like, you could do it with emulators only. Stuff like that. The other thing that could make it, quote, it wouldn't be, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but what it is we're like skewing a little late on the seed random. Oh, one more and then we'll see. Is there can be a lot of inconsistencies. So when I say inconsistencies, I mean things that like kind of have random luck factor. If you want to look at Shaman in BDSP, for example, is extremely annoying to RNG manip because there is no like solved pattern for how the water causes the RNG to advance. It generally advances a certain amount of frames per second, but that changes based on the current PRNG state and based on what your initial seed was effectively, right? So because of that, it's not impossible, but it can be really, really hard, and there's a lot of luck involved. Coliseum currently has that problem, although I believe they're working on a way to... I believe there's like a prototype of that done already. It depends on when What's-His-Face decides to publish the tool and iron out all of his kinks and whatever. So I would say technically not RNG manipulable would be anything with the crypto secure. And then the other thing would be if there's no way to find or control an initial seed. Because it doesn't matter if you can control the advances after the initial seed if you can't figure out what it was, or you can't control what it is, then it doesn't matter. What? Did I get B? I did. I'm personally of the opinion that Coliseum on NSO will not have compatibility with Pokemon Home, but maybe I'm just an anti-coper. I like the Switch 2 so far. I'm pretty sure there could be a way to RNG manip that stuff in PBR. It's just no one has cared enough to look into it. Because you can't RNG manip any Pokemon in that game, like to keep. Like the Pokemon that you can keep from Pokemon Battle Revolution are Pokemon like that it sends as Wonder Card gifts, basically. What's up, Omega Soul? How you doing? You could probably RNG manip on it. I would be shocked if there was no way to RNG manip on that console, but yeah. Yeah, Ben, like I said, that guy's a tool. He's just a thief. I don't know. It's not even worth talking about him too much. I get annoyed when he gets brought up because I've literally had to correct him so many times, like the videos that he made, and he personally took my yeah, like I said earlier, like so like I made like, you know, a Q-Charm video of how to get Q-Charm ID and shiny Pokemon in a shiny starter. Okay, we're on seed, so this is what we how to do Q-Charm and shiny starter, and I spent so long finding those paths where I was like just wiggling around, like literally that took me like multiple days, like multiple several hour long days while I was still working my full-time job. And just took that info word for word, and I basically told him, I was like, can you not do that? Like, can you credit me at the very least? And he didn't even mention me. Like, the only, like, I'm not even, the reason it's so annoying is I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, the only place on the entire internet that you could find that specific trainer ID into the path that you walk to get that shiny starter is my YouTube video. It's not even text anywhere. He could have only gotten it from me. Literally. And he just says, like, this is how you do it. Like, he doesn't mention anything. It's crazy. No, I mean, I can't. And like, I understand, right? I'm a person who is benefiting from the accumulated knowledge of people who are smarter than me, who built tools for me to use so that I could explain how to use them to people. But like, I do my best to say, like, this is Lincoln's tool, 10 lines. This is this, like, this is that. Like, I'm very clear. My initial time, the way that I learned how to... Actually, I don't know if you were... True as well, Bruce. In fact, do you know what's really funny is, I wonder if I can go... I could find this DM on Twitter still. Someone accused me of copying that. It's really funny. This is so funny. Some of these DMs are really funny. I have a really funny, oh, thank you, Alice. I appreciate you. I will probably be doing at least one more thing with it. I just checked, he did credit you, but I guess he got scared. I commented on the video originally. The Cute Charm Shiny Starter video. I commented on it. And said, hey, can you not fucking do that? My comment might not be there. He might have deleted it and then tagged me. I want to try and find this. Because it was really funny. I can search my messages to find it because it is really, really funny. Okay. So this person, I'm not going to say their name at all. They messaged me, and so again, my shiny starter video for Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and for Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. They happened because I saw Bruce do a path for a shiny starter or something. And I was like, I think that's probably the best way to do a shiny starter in Gen 4 because it was annoying at the time. And using what Bruce did to get a shiny starter, or AB Twisty in chat, I followed, I figured out my own path and my own seed. Yo, what up, Colin? How you doing? And so, like I said, it took me a really, really long time to get those paths down because what I wanted was, I wanted for every game to be able to use the same initial seed and same trainer ID. And for the Johto starter specifically, what was so annoying, I had to find a path, a seed, where I could get all 3 starters on the same path, which is actually very annoying because they're all generated consecutively. So it took me quite a long time to figure it out for Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Yo, happy birthday, Colin. I get that feeling. So, this person messages me and says, when did they message? They messaged me in 2023 saying, I have a question about your Heart Gold Soul Silver Shiny RNG manip. My friend sent me proof that they created the RNG manip for it on the console. Shared that with you. Again, I've seen the screenshot of this conversation happening, but in your video, you didn't credit them. That's kind of shitty, especially to claim it's your own work. And I said, your friend is lying. I spent 5 hours creating the starter RNG manip on my own. The concept of the manip where you use the TID seed was invented by speedrunners. My friend Bruce found a shiny path from that, and it inspired by Bruce's work, I made my own shiny paths. And then I showed screenshots of me saying, yo, what'd you use for Gen Emu RNG? And then I showed my conversation with Bruce, your old deleted account. And I just showed a bunch of proof explaining the paths had to be created on emulator for brevity. No one who made the starter manip did it on console first because the testing would be ridiculous. This is me asking the tools. And then I said that I was extremely serious about crediting people. And lastly, you can join my public Discord to verify it, because this literally all went down in a public channel in my Discord. And then they were like, I have the proof from 2020 in AbsoBlog's Twitch chat. And I was like, I have to be honest with you, I don't know what you're talking about. I showed the entire timeline of events from my perspective. I said I will not remember a conversation I had in 2020 in AbsoBlog's Twitch chat unless I'm showing pics. Also, I'll reiterate, this is not their idea. This is a concept taken from speedrunning, then I developed the routing myself. Even if your friend said to me, you can do a path, that's the least difficult part of the manip. The hard part is developing the path walked, which I did. In any case, you could see I was inspired by my friend Bruce. If your friend has a problem, or they can send proof to me themselves, otherwise I would assume they're lying to you and edited the pictures. It's very easy to inspect, element a conversation. They messaged me, so this was all in January 2023. They messaged me 4 months later going, hey, I wanted to apologize for the way I handled this and treated you. I genuinely don't know why my friend is saying what they are saying about it. Like, they're just lying to me. I figured it out, and I feel bad that I accused you. And I said, no worries. Everything's good. So their friend just lied to them for literally no reason. Which is really insane. Really, really crazy. So I've had 2 things about this where people thought I stole it. Oh, I'm happy. This is why I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying their name. I'm not saying their gender. I'm not saying anything about them because they did apologize, and their friend, like, they had a friend who lied to them. Right? They had a friend who lied to them. So I don't think they're a bad person, right? They thought that they were sticking up to their friend. Because they, like, micro celebrities stole from them or whatever you want to call me, right? Like, someone with some amount of clout and views stole from their friend. Like, they thought they were sticking up for them. So I have no ill will towards this person at all, but it's just funny that this happened to me twice where someone thought that I stole it because their friend lied to them, and then Lazy Hunter did take it from me, actually, without crediting me. So it's just very funny. There's better methods for shiny starters now anyway. Because I do take very seriously, like, crediting the people who make the tools, or if I'm referencing somebody else's guide or something, like, I take it very seriously to reference, like, to say, like, this is where I got it, right? Like, I take that pretty seriously, because I remember getting annoyed at, I got really fucking triggered when someone asked Blaine's who discovered Raid RNG, and he replied to that, me and some Japanese dudes, and it, like, really, dude, it really triggered me. Because every single RNG app that you download is from, like, GitHub or, like, from somebody's blog. Like, the name is there. It's right there. It's literally right there. You go to bzl.hatenablog.com. That's where you get the fucking RNG tool. Or you go to Rusted Coil's GitHub. Like, that's where you're finding this shit, you know? So it's like the fact that these people aren't, like, gonna credit stuff. The walking paths, the way I did it was I opened up emulator, I had a RAM watch, and I just walked around and see how the RNG moved until I found a path that worked for every single thing. That's literally what it was. I don't know that there's a better way than trial and error. It literally took me like 5 hours to find the one in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and then I had to find one in... It took me like 5 hours each time. It took me 5 hours in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it took me another couple of hours for Diamond and Pearl, and then it took me another couple of hours for Platinum, because Platinum had a different path as well. Oh, fuck. 99% sure the last video of Lazy Hunter I watched, he credited you, but it was an older video like 7 months ago or something. This was the first one that he did when he started copying it. The bridge is like fully burned. I truly do not care that he credits me. If you're gonna copy my video tutorial without adding anything new, and then make it worse so that when people go to my Discord and they're like, I'm copying things. Like, I had a guy who was copying, he would go into Seed to Time in Gen 4, hit generate, take the seed, or take the delay and put it into a Google sheet and go up and down by 1 in the Google sheet. And I was like, why are you doing this? And he was like, it's in this video. And I was like, this is a built-in feature of Gen 4 Seed to Time, where it shows you the delays above and below the one that you're targeting. You don't have to do it in Google Sheet. Like, what the fuck? He literally doesn't know how to use Gen 4. He literally doesn't know how to use Seed to Time in Gen 4. Something that you need to do for every single basic Gen 4 RNG manip. You have to use Gen 4 Seed to Time's adjacent. He literally doesn't know how it works and is teaching people to use Google Sheets instead. It's like insane. So it's like, okay, what's going on here? If you're gonna copy my videos, do it correctly. What the hell? I missed the button. Thank you, Random King. I appreciate you. Yeah, I've been on a bit of a negative mood today. I gotta stop it. Yeah, you can RNG manip random encounters in Sword. I've never done the exclamation point encounters. I'm pretty sure it's possible to do it, but I've never done it. I've done the, like, symbol encounters and static encounters. I've done both of those. Or I don't know what they're called. Right, like, there's ones that, like, randomly pop up. Like, you walk up and then they'll pop up and then you leave and they disappear and they're gone forever. And there's also one for, like, they stay there for like a full 24 hours and they never go away. I've done both of those, but I've never done the exclamation point ones. Best method to RNG Shiny Starter and Fire Red, you go to retailrng.com. I mean, I'm not anything special. I've said it again. In terms of the RNG scene or whatever, I have not contributed very much, like, other than guides. The biggest contribution is the Fire Red and Leaf Green stuff, which is like, it almost feels like it's antiquated to claim any credit for any of it because the new tool is so good. No, that was an exe. It wasn't a Java file. I should check what this is. I think the biggest thing that I did was Fire Red, Leaf Green seed methodology and seed farming is like literally the biggest contribution that I had. Yes, unless they got lucky and it lined up to be valid. Colin. But otherwise you would be able to tell that it's hacked. Like, obviously, I'm minimizing the impact that making video guides can have on a community existing or whatever, right? Like, obviously I'm minimizing that, but it feels like I have, oh, I just refreshed this. No, that's so annoying. Like, part of the reason that I'm minimizing it is because it's like, I became very aware very quickly after making guides that people thought that I was like smart or something for being able to like navigate RNG Reporter or whatever the fuck. And like, I both want to wanted to make it clear, like, I'm not, you know, I didn't make these tools. I didn't make the original guides for these things. You know, I didn't want to take credit for that. And then also I wanted to make sure people understood, like, you don't have to be super smart to do an RNG minute. And there's no reason, like, you don't need to think that you're, you know, smart to do an RNG minute. Like, you don't have to be. Like, it's just anyone can do it. Okay. I've looked into that before, Tenben, but I've not found anything good. I feel like in all of my, you know, checking for that, that is triple frame perfect, and also like it's best to like do an A button and then hold it and then use like start as your seed timer, or vice versa, right? Where you start to skip the intro and then you hit A as your main timer, because that way you don't, the variability of the button press isn't affecting the seeding process. I found that it's helpful. I already got the Deoxys, so I switched to another target that could use its IV spread. The best way to get a shiny Charmander in this game is to go to retailrng.com and look at the shiny starter guide. Obviously the e-reader stuff is like much more like, those videos do make me look smart, but I actually do have some knowledge about what I'm doing, but I still like, I got very uncomfortable with how many people thought that like it was just me, when like legit I could not have done it without Riley and Xiao. Like, both of them were instrumental on so many levels in helping me understand and like learn how to do these things, and like literally like even as something as simple as like actually just like believing in myself. We were one seed late, one advance early, one TV early. For if you want to watch a video, you can go to my latest video. The issue my latest video has, unfortunately, is it's using an old revision of the tool. So you can see the tool that I'm using right now. This is called the 10 lines. In my shiny starter video, I used this version of 10 lines, right? And I would click like this button and I would go here. This tool functions identically to this tool basically, except this tool, this version of it, is way faster, way faster. So you're gonna have to watch the video of me using this version of the tool on this version of the page. They work identically, the processes will work identically, but it does visually look different, which is unfortunate, but I still think my video is the best one. Maybe I'll redo that video again with the new tool. But the problem is I just want to wait. I don't want to fucking put out another goddamn new video. So what I'll do is I'll probably wait a few months, and when I need to put some content out, I will redo Shiny Starter for Fire Red again for a 4th time. I was exactly 2 advances late, it looks like, on seed. So if we go to the Scyther grid, what is my nature? Quirky? Oh no, wait, this is 1 seed late, isn't it? It says +0, I don't know why. I'll have to report that to Lincoln, but I hit this one. We're actually on the bingo board for once. That was so weird. I turned my DS off and the music paused at the exact same time. That was really weird. Literally, when I turned my DS off, the YouTube thing said, "Are you still listening? What does 200 members get us?" I don't know. I'm open to ideas. I'm trying to get to 200 members. I don't think I've hit it before. I've been really close, but I've never hit it. I have a couple of things on the docket that I have to do. I'm making this week. Funnily enough, this week I'm making a new shiny starter guide for Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Diamond, or I don't know which game I'm doing, but I'm gonna do a shiny starter guide. Probably Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but we'll see. And then I have to do a Gen 6 guide video as well. Let's show how you got into RNG Manips. I got into RNG Manips because I got into competitive play through Smogon Wi-Fi matches, actually. So a lot of people, you know, VGC is really, really popular these days. It's more, I think it's more visible than Smogon anyway. But I got into it via Wi-Fi battles, doing Smogon matches. And so Smogon is a singles battle format, 6 versus 6. If you don't know about it, it's pretty fun. I like it a lot. I know a lot of people aren't so hot on it, whatever. So I got into it doing that way. Now, back in the day, I liked doing Wi-Fi battles because the official simulator shoddy battle was very underwhelming compared to what Showdown is. There was no animations. I was 1 TV late, 1 advance late. So, oh, whoops. Like there was no animations on Shoddy Battle or anything like that. And so I like to play the real cartridge. And back then, everyone would just, if you were playing, Wi-Fi battles were pretty popular back then. You could see it through people like Heydun. You could see it through people like Shofu. Fun fact, there's actually a battle of me against Shofu still on his channel. Yes, I won. From back then. And everyone, Wi-Fi battling was pretty popular back then. And everyone, literally everyone, would just use an action replay to hack their Pokemon into the game, which is totally fine, right? These are not official tournaments. They're Smogon tournaments. They were treating it like a simulator. Totally valid. I don't care about that type of hacking at all, right? It's like hacking to you do a metronome battle. It's all fun, right? It's all for fun as far as I'm concerned. And so I loved doing those Wi-Fi battles, but instead of hacking, I actually liked breeding and catching, like, soft resetting Pokemon legitimately. I thought it was fun. I always found it fun, so I did it a lot. I didn't do it for every team that I made, but I did it a lot. And it was a huge pain to get Pokemon without cheating. But I had like a trade thread on Maryland. You know, it was like a forum thread where I had listed out all my extras and anything people wanted, I would trade for, stuff like that, right? And one day, and Gen 5 rolls around, and I'm breeding for Vullaby. Now, Vullaby is interesting because, so back in the day, if I was to breed a Pokemon like Infernape generally would run a mixed attacking set. It would run perfect attack, perfect speed, perfect special attack. And then Infernape, you know, again, this is an unoptimized person. You know, it's so frail, it didn't, to me, matter what its defenses were. So I didn't care about them. And getting 3 perfect stats was kind of annoying, but totally doable because 3 is what gets passed down. However, defensive Pokemon, like, and tank Pokemon, can actually be a lot harder to breed that way because a defensive Pokemon, if it has any offensive move, really wants at least 4 perfect stats. It wants HP, both defenses, and then whatever attacking stats it uses should also be 31. And so I spent a really long time, it was like 2 weeks, breeding for a perfect Vullaby. And Mandibuzz is kind of fast. I might have even been trying to get perfect speed before I gave up. So I was breeding Vullaby for weeks, and I finally get a 4 31 IV Vullabys. And it has the wrong ability. There was no way to guarantee the ability back then that you wanted. I think it was just most likely to be the same as your mother's, but it wasn't like a guarantee. So because of that, I like just got so frustrated. I was like, there's got to be a better way. Surely there is a better way than whatever the heck that I'm doing right now. And I don't know what, I literally can't remember what sequence I typed into Google to get me to RNG Manips, but I eventually found the Smogon page for RNG Manips. And I had one Chatot. I had one Chatot, and I asked my friend for a second Chatot, and she gave me another. No, I didn't have any Chatot because I didn't have 2 DSs with me, and I didn't have a way to get it into my game. And my friend Misumi had a Chatot, and I asked her, I was like, hey, can you breed me a Chatot? So she was just like, I'll just give it to you. So she gave me a Chatot, and then I bred a second one from that, and that's the Chatots from my Black and White are. You couldn't find the Shofu vid against your old account name? It should still be there. It's right here. I found it. Oh, no, that's my old channel. I had 2 channels back then. Missed the button. I had 2 channels back then. I had one, Yo, Saitos, how you doing? I had 2 channels back then. I had one that I uploaded guides to. Then I made a second one just for uploading Wi-Fi battles. Early Bird Foundation in Maryland? No, I was on the forum a lot. Thanks, Morgan. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. That's a cute idea, Colin. I don't remember that. I just had a trade thread. I had a trade thread with my friend Echo. Damn. Oops, it is hasty. 71, 64, 42, 35, 45, 60. Yeah, it's when you hit yes, and then it's a little bit after when you hit yes. I think I was 1 seed late, 1 advance early. No, on advance. So I hit. So this is what I'm aiming for. This is what I hit. So I was just 1 seed late, otherwise everything was exactly perfect. It's so weird. I've never had reading glasses before. So like, I got new glasses. I have, you know, general use glasses, and then I have these, which are computer glasses and reading glasses. Because I'm nearsighted, but my nearsightedness is so bad that it's like, I'm trying to find like a oh, here's a book. Here's a book I got from the library. Oh, wait. So, like, this is the cover of the book. This is when the big text that says the author's name stops being blurry to me. So, I'm nearsighted, and I fucking need glasses to read. Even though I'm nearsighted. That's supposed to be what you're able to do. You're supposed to be able to do that if you're nearsighted. And so my wife suggested, like, oh, hey, you know, you're on the computer all day. You don't need to be focusing on things in the background as well. It could be a good idea to get glasses that, it could be a good idea to get glasses that only focus on things that are nearby. Instead, so these are only good for reading in my computer, and then my other glasses I could read if I wanted to, and then like see outside actually. That's just blind with extra steps. Yeah, true. True. Is there a careful one nearby? I don't see it. Why don't you get laser surgery? You have to have your prescription not changed for 5 years to get laser surgery. My prescription changes literally every single year. Although I probably only get a new pair every 2 years or 3 years, depending on. My prescription changes every year, but I only find it bad enough. It's only bad enough for me to need to change it every 2 years, I would say. You got laser surgery, it only lasted 3 years? Damn. And that's why, what do you, wait. Can laser surgery become, like, undone, or did your eyes just continue to deteriorate anyway? Because I think that's one of the reasons they don't want to do it if your prescription changes frequently. I'm 33. But my prescription has been changing every 2 years since I was a kid. I literally would get glasses every single year when I was a kid. Like literally every year when I was a kid, I would go get new glasses because my mom wanted to spend the money out of the Flex savings account. No, my eyes, yeah, my sister-in-law got LASIK when she was like 30 and she loved it. No, she was a little younger than 30. I don't remember how old she was. She was probably like 28 or 27 or something when she got it. When I first got glasses, my mom told me I wouldn't need them in 3 to 4 years. And in like 15 years. That doesn't make any sense. I've never heard of... Is that a thing that can happen? I have personally never heard of like a person needing glasses when they were a kid and then they grow, like their eyes get better. Like, isn't like best case scenario your eyes just stay the same until you get old? Your eyes got better? That's crazy. I have never heard of that before. I always assumed it was just like, yup, you're just born with fucked up eyes. Good luck, idiot. What's crazy to me is that, like, I need insurance basically to get glasses. But like, if I couldn't afford glasses and I was like, you know, couldn't get Medicaid now, like I would basically just be on disability because I couldn't do anything without my glasses. Like I'm functionally blind without my glasses. I don't know what tasks I would be able to perform without them. Like literally, I don't know what tasks I'd be able to do without my glasses. It's not a lot of things. I would just, I don't know. Obviously, like, blind people have jobs and stuff, but, like, I don't know. I went to culinary school. How many blind bakers are there? It can't be a high amount. You can buy glasses for cheap? No, not really. The cheapest glasses, I have to get compression glasses. So, I don't know if you guys can see. Actually, these are... Let me show you my real glasses. The ones that I use for every day. Look at how thick these lenses are. Do you see that? That is the highest level of compression that you can get for glasses. Okay, if I didn't, like, this costs like an extra like $300. No, it's probably more, because if I didn't, my glasses would be like this thick, bro. No, I have to get custom lens. I literally have to. It wouldn't fit on my face if I don't get the compression. Put the glasses over the camera. Oh, does that work? I literally have to, or else they won't fit on my face. Let's see. No, it's not how that works. I didn't think it would be, but I don't know. All right. We have time for one more attempt. Wish me luck, everybody. just don't get a prescription. You need a prescription. Just go. I need a prescription. I have it like I keep the old prescriptions written down somewhere. Just in case, so I don't have to go to an eye doctor again to get a new one. I have a friend who is nearsighted who I was hanging out with this weekend, who his glasses, I put them on. There was literally no difference between his glasses and me, and his glasses and me not wearing glasses. That's how weak his prescription was. That's like most people, like my wife, she can, like, we went to pick my glasses up, and she wears contacts sometimes. And she was like, oh, she did like a trial run of a new brand of contacts. And she was like, oh, I think I'll pick up their contacts because I liked the trial run that I used. And I was like, you can get them in the store, they'll have them. And she was like, yeah, I have like a standard prescription. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, a lot of people just have my prescription. She's like, I haven't had a new prescription in 5 years. And I was like, what? Like, what are you talking? Like, I was like shocked. I didn't know about this. Like, there are people who could just go and buy, like, they could just pre-make contact prescriptions because so many people have the same type of prescription because it's so common. I was like, what? Yeah. Well, we didn't get the Scyther, but we did get the Deoxys. A channel member today. Thank you to everybody who tuned in today. I will be streaming something tomorrow probably, but I don't know what it is yet, so we'll figure that out. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you later.